This channel is sponsored by Loot Crate, the monthly subscription box that's always filled with surprises for gamers and geeks alike. If you're interested, go to lootcrate.com/hawk525 and after choosing your crate, type in promo code HAWK525 for a 10% discount. The link and promo code will be in the description box below. Thanks guys, and hope you enjoy the show. Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome to the 48th episode of the Hypecast. It's been a hot minute. We do have some things to talk about. Not much, but we will probably go on a pretty good amount of time with each of them. Nonetheless, so today we have myself as the host, as always, Hawk525, or aka Sean. Also, we have Ender Gamma.
Sup?
And we also have Del of Stone, aka Todd.
Yeah.
So yeah, today we have a smaller group. Josh couldn't make it because he's a little too tired, especially from playing that Battlegrounds. So.
Yep, we got fucked.
Yeah. And by the way, Todd, you sound a little low. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'll scoot up.
Alrighty. Alright, so today we're gonna talk about we're gonna start off with some some Pokemon for a little bit. Yeah, just want to get this one out of the way. God damn the list. Let's get this one out of the way. Just to kind of briefly mention that it is pretty much gonna be like
Pokemon Snap 2.
God damn it! But it's pretty much gonna be a Pokemon game. Like you capture shit, you train them, and you fight with Pokemon and shit, just like you would with the 3DS stuff. So, any thoughts? Any thoughts on that? Any predictions or anything?
Did they show anything new that I missed?
No, it was just from an interview, and an executive from Nintendo just said it. There's no like, God damn it. There's no video about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. The last console Pokemon game I played was fucking Coliseum. So as long as it's an evolution from Coliseum, I'm pretty happy with whatever.
They did say, I think it was Reggie said it was more in line with Gale of Darkness and Coliseum then, so.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, I kind of skimmed through the article. That's what I think the tweet said. But, hey.
Hey. Still coming to the Switch, nonetheless. And
yeah.
I definitely can't wait. I'm fucking excited still.
I'm curious to see like what they're actually going to do, like with new shit, you know? Because
yeah,
Coliseum was extremely limited, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Was it? I never played it.
It was. I don't know. It kind of felt. I don't know. I wouldn't say linear
in a way. It didn't have that like sandbox feeling in the way like you can't.
Yeah, it didn't feel like a Pokemon game. It kind of felt like cameo Pokemon, you know, or something.
Yeah, it's just like,
it was still fun.
But. Yeah, it's not the Pokemon game you're usually used to from like a portable system like a Game Boy or some shit.
Yeah,
but the Switch hopefully would emulate that experience, only on being able to dock it in and see it on fucking TV and with those console fucking graphics and shit. That'll be pretty fucking sick. Yeah.
Yep. Sounds pretty good.
Mm-hmm. But now, pretty much dive into the game that got remastered as of late, and that is a Crash. So, of all of us, Todd here has played a good amount, and actually Josh just purchased it as of recent. So, how do you feel about Crash?
I don't know. Like I said, I'll start off with saying I don't know how it's being taken by like the fans of Crash Bandicoot or
Yeah.
community or anything. I haven't paid attention, but I can say I played a lot of Crash 1 as a kid, and I played the shit out of Warped when I was a kid. And they have, of course, they have Crash Bandicoot 1, and then they have the second game, which is something Cortex. I can't remember. I didn't play that as a kid. And then they have Warped. And 1 is still pretty, like, super fun to go through and stuff like that. The game looks fucking awesome. Like, everything feels and looks very nice. Especially from a nostalgic standpoint, like when you go back and you're like, I remember these guys. These crabs used to look like hamburgers. You know, like it looks good. It looks really good. And like I remember like just going through like levels and levels and levels and levels. I'm just like, God damn.
Yeah, yeah. And you said you played 1 and 2 so far?
Yeah, I beat 1. Probably a couple of days after it came out. It's an enjoyable experience. After I beat it, I went back and did all the levels again. Just like going through them and trying to get more boxes and shit like that. And I am not perfecting that game. Fuck that. But yeah, I went through and tried to get boxes and stuff. And
yeah,
this is a fun game. They're just fun games. And then I went on to 2, and I'm not sure. I've never played 2 before. I'm not sure if I fully like it as much as 1 and 3. A lot of the enemy types are fucking annoying, and then some of the end game levels are kind of eh. But yeah, it's still fun. The games are fun, and it doesn't feel like it's a piece of shit. Like it doesn't feel like, oh, this is just a shitty reboot or retexture or whatever. It feels good, and it looks really nice, and it's very nostalgic. You know. I feel like most Crash fans will go back and be like, at least impressed with the graphics and stuff. I don't know if they've done too much with like the platforming. It seems similar, so
yeah.
Fucking it is difficult. I mean, not every level is difficult, but I suppose like trying to get that completion and shit. I got to like 95% on Crash 2 before I wanted to fucking smash my face into the floor. There's like one level where you have to go through it to get a death platform, and essentially a death platform is a platform that shows up only when you haven't died, right? So you have to go through the level, through like say about 60% of the level, get to a bonus level, clear the bonus level, go up, then go to like 85% of the level, then go all the way back to like 30% of the level to get to the death thing, and without dying. And to get to it's just fucking fuck that shit. But yeah, there's definitely some difficulty spikes and some difficulty and challenge into the games. You know, I started Warped today, so Warped is so fun. So I'm definitely anticipating playing the rest of 3, and I'd say it's pretty solid. And it's like what, $40, so it's pretty good. Pretty good if you're a Crash fan. Pretty good.
Yeah, like seeing it from a viewer standpoint, I was watching Todd playing a good chunk of the levels, and yeah, it seems really cool. I mean, it did a really good job remastering it. There's a lot of detail in there, like even like the small little things like the water and like a lot of like the level itself and the environment and stuff like that. And there's some like there's a noticeable amount of like motion blur too, so it does add it to that like fidelity, I guess, in a way. God damn it, fucking list.
Hey, I didn't play Crash. I gotta do something. I got to wait, dog.
I mean, I never played Crash myself, so the reason why I didn't get it myself is just I feel like a lot of the magic, I guess, quote unquote, is coming from like a nostalgic thing. Like a lot of people who would buy Crash, in my opinion, I guess, would, you know, find it, you know, nostalgic, whatever. So I was like a Nintendo guy. I never really got into the Crash games. I just watched my friends play it, so I'm pretty much just gonna watch people play it, including Todd. So yeah, but it's cool.
I think the dudes are gonna try to do Crash 2 tonight. So Todd, like, what level was that one ice level that you hated?
How
far into the game is that? Because I might want to see.
It's like second to last. I don't know.
Oh, they might not get there. Just that part where Simmons is just like, fuck!
I mean, that part is a pain in the ass, but that's pale compared to fucking the shit I was dealing with earlier today. Fuck that. Fuck. I mean, I love the game. Don't get me wrong. I love Crash. I played the fuck. I was more of a Nintendo kid as well, but I had started off with the Game Boy handheld, right? Playing like shit on that, and then eventually I got a NES when I was younger, so I played games on that. But the first like console that was actually mine was a PS1. So I played Spyro and Crash and all that shit, you know. But yeah, there's definitely some fucking difficulty and stuff. And I can't, like, I do agree. I think a large sum of the magic for Crash Bandicoot, it comes from that nostalgia, you know. Like, it's obvious, you know, like, it's not like it's the most, like, it's not necessarily something that fits in today's gaming stereotypes.
Yeah,
criteria.
It needs to be open world.
Yeah, it needs to be open world. It's gotta have loot boxes.
Gotta have crafting.
But yeah, no, it's definitely it feels like a blast from the past because of that nostalgic feeling. I feel like if it was something that popped up on Steam, right, and people like generally something that pops up on Steam, you'll look on Twitch or whatever, and you'll see it in like this like top 15 boxes, you know. Yeah. So I imagine it would be maybe like a week top, you know, on Twitch. That's the best like example I can make.
Yeah.
But yeah, for those that are fans of the series, they'll probably like it. That's all. I mean, that's what I could say.
The only other reference I have besides you that I actually watched play it was Retro, and Retro said he. I forgot if he said he never played Crash before, if he played it. He was having a difficult time, but he said he actually was enjoying the game, though. So, some people are enjoying it. I mean, journalists probably not, but they also have to deal with stupid shit like deadlines and journalism and bullshit.
I don't even care. I mean,
yeah.
We had this discussion earlier today. I think you were the person.
Oh yeah, because I had that donkey video. But
yeah, like I've lost faith in, and without getting into like a rant. Well, maybe it'll help the podcast a little bit. It's a little dry on subject matter, but
yeah, sure.
I don't think anyone should even bother with fucking game journalists and stuff nowadays. I like Metacritic, and I'll say I like Metacritic is because they gather multiple sources and put them into a category and say these are critics, these are people who do this professionally, right?
And then they have fucking user reviews.
Yeah, and then they have user reviews, right? I like that because I like going through and being like, okay, what's the most positive shit I can read, right? Okay, great, game's great, suck my balls. And then you go to the lower ones and be like, what's the negative shit I can read? You know, and it's, this game sucks, suck my balls. You know, like there's like I can piece it together, you know what I mean, on whether I feel I need to or I want to really purchase it. If it's something I really, really want, right, then I would pick it up regardless. You know, I just don't. I've lost my faith in game, not necessarily, well, journalists in general. I've lost my faith in game journalists. I'm tired of going onto a site and looking for something specific and then having to read 6 paragraphs because this is how these guys get paid, you know.
Yeah,
it's just I don't care. I feel like most people shouldn't care, to be honest, with game journalists.
I feel
ratings and shit.
Same way. A lot of people put a lot of emphasis on the numbers that are out there.
Yeah,
and I think they need to actually formulate their own opinions. And they're like, but I need to know if I want to buy it. I was like, well, a good consumer practice is just wait. Like people get caught up. They're like, I need to play the game right here, right now, and it's like. The game's still gonna be there.
I mean, unless I can understand competitive aspect, like
competitive games.
Halo 7's come, and they're just like, man, I don't know if it's gonna be good, and then they and then they come to realization it's a 343 now. But like, fucking like to get it in the same night with your friends and play that I understand. But as far as like ratings and shit like that, to go back even further, what I was saying. I'm fucking tired of going and reading paragraphs after paragraph. Like
you're doing more than the average consumer. They usually just like scroll down to the bottom All right, 7 ain't buying it.
Hey, I just want pros and cons. That's what I want. I want an opinion.
You want a list
on multiple, like 3 people, pros and cons. That's what I want. Want pros and cons. I feel like that's probably, I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to get into a rant about it. It's just like,
Right. Yeah.
I play games for fun, you know, and so most of the time, I mean, games challenge all of us and shit like that, give us like that escape or adventure that we want and stuff. Like, if it's something you're interested in, go on YouTube. Watch some fucking content on YouTube or something.
Hey, go on Twitch.
Go on Twitch, exactly.
Twitch, yeah.
There's so many fucking people. There's somebody out there. There's somebody on their fucking Twitches right now is streaming some, like, Barbie game. It with, like, 4 viewers, maybe 15 at most, just, like, sympathy viewers, you know what I mean? Like, you could find whatever game you're trying to look at, you know what I mean? And like Chris
Especially
said,
if it
like,
just came out, there's multitudes. No matter how big the game is or how bad it is.
good consumer practice is waiting, because a lot of the times, especially nowadays, a game is getting delayed and like having that deadline that's like, you know, you have to be here at this point, and like it's like they're a whole new form of entertainment because of this whole like blockbuster like kind of perspective on it, you know. I feel like just waiting. Not even if you can't wait that long, just like 3 days. Just wait 3 days and see what people are saying. I mean, like people blew blew the fuck up out of Breath of the Wild, and then like a lot of people ended up not liking it later when they finished the game.
Yep.
So waiting could save you time, money, and then you don't have to go on the forums and bitch like a pansy. So it's good for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, also another problem is that a lot of like the big journalists and sites and stuff like that are just so inconsistent because of you know, certain companies pay them to do or to say some shit. You know, for example, like I think there was like one game they were like, oh, it's not original, blah blah blah, but they're rating it like Call of Duty, like, and they're just saying like, oh, this is original Call of Duty, original or innovative, 9 out of 10.
If y'all haven't, go watch Donkey's video called Game Critics. It has a picture of Crash, and it's really insightful on the thing. I mean, you don't have to agree with what he says. Like, that's another good consumer practice. You don't got to agree with people.
Yeah.
Formulate your own opinions.
That ain't even consumer practice. It's just a fucking common sense.
Yeah, you'd be... Yeah.
I know.
Games. How about them games?
Right.
I don't know.
Anyways, I mean, I don't know. It's really, like... It's really up to you, the consumer, whatever, like, to say whether this game is fun for you or not. Not really, like... I mean, it does give you an idea of what the game is like, but I feel like, you know, you should like get your hands on it whenever you can, on your own time. You don't have to, you know, like we said, like, wait and just, you know, if you feel like you know, picking it up, then, you know, go right ahead and formulate your own opinion and point and all that stuff, and that's, you know, that's the end of the day. So well, yeah, just don't take these take a lot of the critics seriously. Look into, like, you know, user reviews and stuff like that, or customer reviews. Like, well, I mean, there's a good hilarious amount of them on like Amazon, but or shit like that. But like, I don't know, just look into just not just like one source. Look into many. And
I mean, a good example could be Dead Cells and stuff. Like, people like saw a bunch of people on Twitch playing Dead Cells and stuff, and just like saw it on Steam and didn't really look farther to see that it was actually permadeath, and then they bitched about the fact that it was permadeath, you know. It's just you gotta find those things out for yourself. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Just do your own research as well, not just go onto one site.
Yeah.
And just make it like, you know, make that like your 100%, you know, all your research just from one website, you know, just
cross-reference.
Yeah, and don't follow only just IGN. You know, go to other shit. So,
yeah.
Hear that, Grandma? Stop buying me the fucking top-rated game on IGN. I'm done playing Call of Duty.
I mean, I'm not even trying to also defend the fact that like harsh reviews and stuff like that. I feel like that even having those reviews that are like, this game sucks, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that also does something as well. It's just,
yeah,
I don't know. As far as those fucking YouTube dying breed journalists, fucking, you know, websites and whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's worthless. I feel like they're just worthless.
Yeah,
but that being said, Crash is pretty good,
right?
In my opinion.
Yeah. Yep. I just gotta say, you know, welcome to gaming in the late '90s. Games were fucking difficult early in the '90s, also late in the '90s, and
Yeah.
and there's some like in the early 2000s, but otherwise, you know, but games back in the day, point being, were actually pretty fucking difficult for those who don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Crash, I don't feel like Crash Bandicoot is a difficult platformer. I feel like you can wrap your head around it and stuff. It's just like, I feel like what fucks you in Crash is perspective, like depth perspective, and like you know you're looking at like something coming in because technically it's a 3D platformer, you know,
yeah.
For the most part. So it's like any kind of 3D platformer tends to fuck you know what I mean, with perspective. And with Crash, the whole, like, the original game was modeled around, you know, it's old, you know what I mean? It wasn't as advanced as it is today, so it's just
they didn't have the standard practices of, like, this is what you got to do.
Yeah, and so it's like, it's just, at the same time, it's very simplistic too. I don't know, if somebody's intimidated by, like, oh, it's a hard platformer, you ain't got to do completion. And I feel like most people could beat, you know, Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, the story at least. Yeah.
Yeah, any of them for that matter, and it'll be fun. You know what I mean? You can always go back and play the levels you didn't, or try to get time trials or whatever. You know, it's probably a good time if you like platformers. At least if you don't like platformers, what the fuck are you doing playing the game?
Yeah, because all you're really doing is collect fruit, break boxes, and just jump around. Pretty much. I mean,
kill
there's some
and head.
and kill and head.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I back on Crash for a bit. I do like some of the like the not redesigns, but like kind of like the recreations on some of the bosses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I actually watched a couple of the bosses in Crash 1 and stuff. And it just looks like I played a lot of Warped. So like when I did the first boss in Warped today, and it was just like, holy shit, you know, like I remember doing that as a kid, struggling and stuff, and just like seeing that. But it looks good. The game looks good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it does have some goddamn difficult ass fucking jumping, you know.
Yeah.
Or just mechanics in general on certain enemies and stuff.
I think they were still figuring out 3D platformers back then. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was post 64, but even then, it was like no one wants to just make a 64 clone.
Yeah. I mean, Crash by no means isn't the most original thing either. I mean,
no, but they were trying to do things different, because when I watch you play Crash, it doesn't look like Banjo or Mario 64. It looks like its own thing. And I guess they succeeded in making their own identity. But
Yeah.
I guess, like you said, some of the mechanics are just, they fuck with your depth perception and make platforming hard.
that's what fucks me. Is like, I don't know, like I've played through Rayman Origins. That game is kind of a difficult platformer. Legends kind of had some difficulty as well if you're trying to do completion and stuff. Like, I feel like the challenge in Crash just comes from completionists and stuff like that. And also the fact that that when I think what's fucked me the most in that game, besides those octopus beasts in 2, is the depth perception. Like, I think something's closer or further down or up higher than, or up at the right length, and I'm just like, oh, I can make that jump. Chris saw me do that shit today. I can make that jump, and I have to do a slide jump or something, you know what I mean? And I fuck it up, you know? But, yeah, it comes with, like, muscle memory, just like most of those games. Kind of, you get a feeling for the controls, and then you can play them. That's kind of how games worked in every game.
I remember the bees were fucking you up when in
fuck those bees, dude.
Yeah.
Alright, no, seriously, I've been lying this whole time. Fuck Crash 2. Sorry, guys. The game sucked.
The bees! Put fucking Todd's face in like a fucking bee cage. The bees!
Fuck that shit.
Or Crash's head in the bee cage.
Yeah, dude.
I had the timing wrong for that, but the thing is with the bees, they swing left and right. So I feel like they're going to hit me at one point, but they swing the other way and then they hit me. So I'm just like, oh, spin, and it doesn't work the way I want it to, and they sting me, and I get killed and get pissed off.
Yeah. You definitely had a hard time with the bees. How did you feel about the bridge in, what was it, the first Crash game?
Notorious Bridge.
The Notorious Bridge. There's 2 bridge levels. Spoiler.
Yeah.
The first one is quite simple, in my opinion. Like, the worst thing you gotta look out for is like the boars, but you can just jump out. If you're having trouble with the boars, just wait for them to run towards you and then jump over them.
But Turtle Bridge.
I think that's the first one. Oh wait, maybe it's not. No, Turtle Bridge is the second one.
Okay.
Fuck that one, dude. Now fuck that one. But looking on it, here's what Crash 1, right? It teaches you the basics of platforming, right? Or at least of platforming back in the day, because you have to fucking pay attention to where you're jumping, look at your shadow where it's going to land, right? That's how it worked back in the day with Crash, is people would look at the shadow to see where you were going to land, especially with that bridge, right?
And you're jumping out screen, so that's all you got.
Yeah, and you have to you're moving forward on that level, and you have to jump on turtles and hold the X button down so that you get the higher jump and you get the more distance and blah, blah, blah. It taught me how to play the rest of that game again, you know, so it was beneficial even though it pissed me off. However, in 2, with those motherfucking bees, all they taught me is to fucking keep myself from throwing my controller in the fucking trash can.
Yeah, you definitely
got a physical copy, you can just break that disc.
Break that disc.
No, dude. There's 2 other good games on that disc.
then just take a fucking scalpel and just scratch off the data of just the fucking...
Yes, this fucking goddamn magnifying glass and find out where the exact Crash 2B part is and just fucking
scratch out the bees.
Microscopic fuck you.
Yeah, just take a little tiny, like a micro scalpel, just fucking poking into that spot. Fuck with the bees. but yeah. Anyways, so now that Crash has been, I guess, done in a way, like, would you like to see other games from Naughty Dog or around that era? I guess.
I'll tell you what I want to see.
Yeah.
And people like were, oh well, if Crash did okay, you know what I mean? I'd say like right now it's probably done okay.
Well. It's sold
okay.
well.
So like it's at its medium, and I imagine this is like for most people be like, oh well, this gives them incentive to make another Crash or an actual like Crash game, a new Crash game. You know what I mean? As much as it would be cool to see, I don't know if it would be cool to play in today's fucking standards.
They make it hard by today's standards.
Yeah, and there's
Jump,
bonfires,
stamina
there's
gauge.
loot boxes, there's fucking stamina gauges, there's fucking
the more harder you hold your jump, the more stamina it takes. So you gotta manage your stamina as your platform.
There's fucking Crash Bandicoot 5 esports. Like, no.
Competitive Crash Bandicooting.
I'd like to see, here's my honest, I talked with Josh about this, I'd like to see, and I think Afro as well, I'd like to see a Spyro. Yeah. A Spyro reboot now. If they I can't speak. If they redid Spyro 1 through 3, I would be happier than the pig and shit.
Oh my god, no, that's one game I know that hasn't aged that well.
Spyro, and Josh and I went back 5 years ago, maybe even longer, 6 years, some amount of years ago, and we went to we plugged in our PS1s and we played Spyro because we were gonna play it at the same time, right? That game literally made my eyes bleed. Not literally, but it felt like they were my fucking. I had the whole insanity red lines all over my eyes. Like I was burnt. It's so difficult, and the controls suck, and it's just like, as a kid when you play those games, it's just like, that's what you had. That was the best thing, you know.
Yeah.
But it's very, very hard to go back to. Very hard. So if they did a reboot like something similar with Crash, now that they know that like, hey, Crash did well. If they did a Spyro reboot, that'd be fucking dope.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of people agree.
But
A lot of people want
but
Spyro.
Skylanders.
Skylanders is dying.
I know.
So now is the
But they'll
best
blame that
time
on
for them to.
Spyro.
No. Well, I blame it on Spyro now too. Have you seen Spyro in Skylanders? He looks
No.
like somebody smashed his face with a door.
No, every time I see Skylanders toys, I see things that aren't Spyro at all.
Hey, I mean,
I see some cool looking things too.
they could make a new Spyro game too. I'd be happy with a new Spyro game, and they can
and it
incorporate
plays
all
like
those little
Overwatch.
fuckers.
And you play
Oh
all
yeah,
the
dude!
little
Overwatch,
fuckheads.
dude. Fucking Spyro jumps in the air and shoots a rocket out of his butthole. Fuck yeah, dude.
Death from above.
Yeah. I don't
You
know.
got that one little guy. Nah, 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 nah.
Today,
yeah. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
sorry. Oh, I was going to say that today is just such a strange time for not strange, but it's weird for me because it's like I'm noticing that we're getting to a point where it's just like games are so vast in like art forms and stuff like that, but we're also craving like that like pixelated old school retro feeling and stuff. So we're in a world where reboots are fucking coming out, and there's some retro games like Dead Cells that looks pixely and shit, but it's also got like 3D kind of stuff. It's just like there's a whole bunch of neat shit that they could do to emulate older games, and I'm excited to fucking play retro-ish games, you know?
Yeah.
So keep them coming, you know?
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
I feel like I can get into Spyro a little more. I've definitely never played Spyro, but if that gets that same treatment as Insanity Trilogy, I feel like I might pick that up a little more because
Of course.
Spyro,
That's
I
why
think
you were
less
going
is
crazy, Todd. It's
that?
called the Insane Trilogy.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna drive you insane. It just hit me.
God damn it! It just
2 will drive you insane.
yeah.
1 didn't really drive me insane. I didn't go for perfection,
It
but
planted the seed.
2 is what took its toll. Like, I was like, I gotta mute my mic. I gotta leave Discord. I need to go masturbate. I need to get the fuck out of like my brain.
I gotta get
is
the
on
fuck out of
fire.
here. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
It's fucking, my eyes are going 2 different directions. Fucking, god damn it, dude. Some of the gems in that game are fucked. But
I saw some of them. I
got 95%. I'm happy with that. I missed
Yeah.
4 white gems, right? And the 3 of them were just shit that I was like, I'm done with this game. I'm ready to move on to Warped.
Most people just wanted to beat all the levels. They weren't going for those gems and stuff. So hey,
Yeah. And hey,
Missed
people-
2 Korok seeds.
just look at just look up just look at your trophy percentages and see which one have like really small percentages. You're like, wow.
Yeah, I don't know. The perfection for those games are fucking hard. I think that's what makes it hard for me.
Yeah.
But I've played platformers for a long time. I was gonna say I don't know what kind of game. I can't really think of what kind of game Spyro actually is. It's not really a platformer.
Adventure game.
It's a venture.
Yeah.
Open world-ish.
Yeah, Spyro is fun.
Yeah.
Spyro is definitely one of my favorite games when I was a kid.
I remember fucking around with that game like at one of those like demo stands or whatever at a Target.
Yeah.
I've always like fucked around with it, so I thought it was always neat. But again, I never had a PlayStation, so that's why I never got a chance to do so.
Yeah.
But hey, if they ever come out with a Spyro remaster, then I might get into that.
I think it's like apparent that people want these kind of things nowadays. I think it's only inevitable.
Yeah.
And if they just do the retexture reboot type of thing they did with N-sane, like it's not like, oh, they don't have the rights or shit like that. Activision owns all that shit, so they could just do what they did with Crash.
Now,
so it's completely possible.
Now, what would be really cool, and I might get for sure if they ever do this, is remaster Crash Team Racing.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, or Nitro, whatever the sequel is called. If they was it
Crash Team
Nitro?
Racing was fun.
Yeah, Crash Team Racing.
I think so.
Yeah, yeah, Crash Team Racing. That's the point being here. If they ever go for that, I'm gonna hop on that.
Yeah.
I remember being really fun whenever I played that at a friend's house.
Yeah, fun game.
Yeah, pretty good car racing game. I'd be down for that. But yeah, any more things you wanted to wrap up on for Crash and possibly other games that you want to see for that remastered treatment?
I mean, my opinion on Crash is it's fucking solid as far as like it's an old school game that fits kind of into new school type of style.
Yeah,
of course, and it's fun. I think it's fun if you're a fan of platformers. You'll probably like it. If you have played Crash, you'll definitely like it.
Yeah, and it's like $40. Got 3 games in there.
$40, 3 games. I mean, they're not too long. They're not like the longest games. You could probably beat 1 game a day if you were fucking neat. But like, I don't know. Like, they're fun. They've got a lot of replayability because there's like gems and shit, and time trials and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
you could try to beat time trials with your friends after you fucking masturbate with each other to, see who's got the best time on both on masturbating and time trials in game.
A lot of pent up masturbation things got to take care of. Apparently.
Yeah, dude.
All right, well, at least we got that game out of the way now. It's been what's been done is done, and Crash has been remastered. And now we can talk about what other game we are anticipating for, and that's Splatoon 2.
Yeah, they had a direct this week,
yes,
or last week. Maybe by the time this goes up, I don't know.
Very recently, let's say.
Very recently, and they show I didn't see it live, but they showed off a lot more things that made me really excited. A being that the sub abilities on gear, which in the first one. I should probably explain gear for those. Gear is your hat, your shirt, and your shoes.
Yeah. They
all have one big main ability. It gives you something like you'll respawn faster, or you'll run faster. It used to also have damage up and defense up, but they got rid of that in this one.
Okay, that's cool.
Those would be your main abilities, right? A big circle. And then there'd be small ones that would also have certain things. They'd be smaller, but 3 of them would equal kind of a big one, a little less based on numbers.
Yeah. But
those are all random. So you could get a bunch of crappy abilities on your favorite piece of gear that looks cool, has that ability you want, and then you would re-roll it, and it'd be random again, and it would be impossible to get optimized. But now they've apparently fixed that, so you can, with ability chunks, get the ability you want. So
yeah, so that means you can keep your look of your of your Inkling, but you can change out the abilities if you want, and try to get the abilities that you
optimal.
Yeah.
Optimal play.
Yeah, optimize that build for your style, and
yeah,
that's I think that's awesome. There's a lot of other things that they've done to really improve on it, and of course,
Splatoon 2 is going to be a better for people to get in. It's going to be a better game than Splatoon 1. It appears to have a lot more content right out the gate that what was it? Splatoon 1 did not have.
Yeah. One of them definitely being story mode or campaign mode.
Yeah, well, Splatoon 1 had campaign mode. It was just smaller, and we don't know how big this one is. But
did that come out later, or did that come out?
No, it came out with it.
Oh, okay.
But there seems to be more maps coming out at launch.
Yes.
There appears to be. I could be wrong. It might just seem that way. They have a bigger variety of weapons, it seems, at launch as well.
Yeah.
They redid all the specials. There's also what else was it? There's that salmon run thing, which is timed PvE stuff. It's pretty cool. There's a lot more content.
Yeah, they have like that. Even have the rhythm game thrown in there too.
Yeah, apparently that there was that tied to an amiibo before. Quiet was telling me about it. It was, basically you could play it. He said it's not too in depth, but I'll see. It's probably not. It's probably just like that squid jump thing you play while you're waiting.
Probably.
But and then another one of my favorite thing is they're reducing the map rotations to 2 hours instead of 4 hours,
which is better. But I still feel like they should just stick with the whole like random map selection whenever, you know.
Yeah, that would have been better, but I'm glad they're taking steps in the right direction.
Yeah, they're taking it to the right direction.
You can play with your friends in Splatfest instead of only going in random.
Oh my god.
And that was another thing that wasn't at launch with Splatoon 1 was easily playing with your friends.
Yeah.
So Todd, what you had to do originally was someone's like, all right, I'm going to go into Turf War. All right, Mash, try to join. I'll hope somebody quits.
It's basically Mario Kart.
Hopefully you're on my team.
It's Mario Kart lobby.
Yeah, it was not good.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. That game comes out soon.
Yes.
There's a lot of things I want to test out and see. They also announced that they're having the first Splatfest actually before the game comes out.
Via demo.
Via a demo. So you can kind of get a feel. You can look around. And that's going to go for 4 hours on Saturday of EVO, unfortunately.
Yeah,
so I might be staying in that Airbnb with my Switch. We'll have to see.
We'll have to see, yeah. We have to find out how good that Wi-Fi is, though.
Yeah.
We have to test the waters there. But Todd, as someone going in new, I like, what are your expectations? How do you feel about it right now? Like, what is going through your mind before it comes to Splatoon?
Well, I'm going to say when I first saw Splatoon, when was it? It was like 2014, 15?
Yeah, 14,
15.
Around those times, yeah.
I thought it looked fucking stupid.
You're not wrong.
I was like,
I made fun of it when it got revealed.
This literally, and I don't know. I'm not too critical on games. Like I have the perspective where it's just like, if I don't like it, right, there'll be like, I figured, there'd be kids or whatever. This is kind of baby's first person shooter, or baby's first shooter.
Yeah.
So like, I figured it's like a game for kids or something like that because of its, style and stuff like that. And then talking to Chris and hearing stuff like Quiet talking about it and stuff like that, and seeing that there's an actual, like, a lot of people actually really dig this. Even Aaron from Game Grumps and stuff, like, I've heard him talk about it a lot too. I'm like, oh well, maybe it's actually super fun. Still didn't really give a fuck about it, and then they announced Splatoon 2, so I'm like, okay, well, I have a Switch, it's gonna be a game I'll probably just pick up and play with friends. After seeing more and more stuff about it, it actually looks pretty goddamn fun. And I'm not really a fan of like the Squid Kids or shit like that or whatever, but it just looks like it's a fun time. Now that being said, I did play the what was it? The Global Test Fire. Yeah. And I had a good fucking time playing it. It's
when you
a different type of shooter. Yeah, when I could connect, that is. But for the games that I could connect, which I played, I'll be fair, I played a good amount of games. I played at least during that whole weekend or whatever that was. I played like 10, 11 games. That's kind of enough for me, or at least enough to form an opinion. So like I had a good time, man. I didn't do too bad either. It's a unique enough shooter, and it's different. So I'm excited to try something new. I'm gonna be rusty and fucking shitty at it, but I'm trying something new.
The only other shooters we're practically playing are like Titanfall and Players Unknown. So this might be a good like this would be a good arena style shooter. That's like kind of like Halo. Like a lot of the strategy seems Halo-esque because it's 4v4.
I don't know, man.
4v4, your teams stick together. You don't have to control power weapons, but you do want to control like paths on the map.
Yeah.
How I feel about it is it just doesn't really remind me of anything.
Oh, that's good.
And that's kind of what, like, the point I'm trying to put across is like it doesn't remind me of anything. It's like it seems like it's its own thing. And I've fucking watching in the direct, there was like some shit some like fucking MLG shit that they people
the
are pulling out.
guy like going around the corner, spraying ink on the wall and getting in the wall, and the guy's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get this guy," and the guy jumps out of the wall.
Yeah, it looks fun. I can't wait to fucking play it. I know there's gonna be like a good sum of us playing it and stuff like that, so I'm excited. Plus, I want to get my Switch some use. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like
Pro controller worth the $70.
Yeah. I feel like as time has progressed with my Switch, I feel like I'm just like, it's cool, but it feels hollow to me still, you know. So I want something lively on that fucking console that I could be like, yeah, dude, I'm ready. I'm glad that this game is on Switch, so I can just pick it up and fucking play it.
It's why Splatoon 2 is a big reason why I bought the Switch at launch, even though the Splatoon 2 didn't come out at launch.
Yeah,
but like the game's fun, and I'm like, much like we talked about Titanfall, how we think that shooter's really good because it did not focus on being esports. And while Nintendo is like, okay, you guys want to have tournaments and stuff, we got this Nintendo Versus things. They're supporting it. They're supporting it in a tournament setting as much as they support Smash, which is not that much. They're just like, let's create Bayonetta. Bayonetta's cool. She's a cool character.
Yeah.
Let's yeah.
Was League of Legends? This is a fucking dumb question. Was League of Legends like made in goal for esports and stuff like that, or was it just made for the fuck of it?
Probably. I think it was made to make money in the tournament scene. It probably had tournament because I don't know. I got into League of Legends very late. I got into like late season 2, season 3. So like the game had already been out. There is already an established like, oh, this is a hardcore game. I used to just play that game when WoW was offline on Tuesdays for maintenance. All right.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, what is this? I'll walk around here. I have no idea what I'm doing. I got like 6 daggers. I'm attacking real fast. That seems cool. But I don't know.
Mean, I was just trying to make a point. Is like, what fucking there's probably plenty of them that are
Call of
successes.
Duty, and just kind of paved the way because you remember MLG.
Well, like
that one guy
I don't know.
used to play
I feel
with.
like games that were just made to be games that had fucking MLG and shit like that worked, whereas games like Halo fucking 5 that were supposed to be competitive game like dropped.
I don't know. I feel like Halo, because MLG, the tournament MLG had to like change certain things about their like in their custom game types. They're like, all right, we can't have shotguns. They're too good. We're not going to have bubble shields and stuff. Whereas if you just play Halo 3 ranked, all that stuff was in there where you just learned to play it differently. And I never saw a patch note that says we reduced the damage of the battle rifle or reduce the damage of the Spartan. Like I never saw that kind of shit back in Halo 3. I mean, the most I think they changed was before my time was whenever people would come at each other with an assault rifle and melee each other. It used to be random, and then they changed it. It's like, okay, you both should die. And I think that was the biggest change. And other than that, I mean, like, I don't know. I think esports has definitely had, for me, in my opinion, an almost negative effect on shooters that I enjoy, because there's very few. Titanfall is one of them. Players Unknown, I mean, it's a big stream game, but I don't think there's like... There might be somewhere. It's fucking Players Unknown tournaments.
Yeah.
No, I think there was actually a Players Unknown tournament or whatever, and they were testing out the spectating thing. And they had like squads drop. I would not want to commentate that game. That map is huge. Shit could be like boring 1 second. You're like, oh no, go to Sector Z. We got to see these guys over here. He's throwing smoke. I don't know.
Looks like the guy decided to camp in the military base in the corner with an S. Oh, here comes Todd.
And he shoots him through the tree.
Through the fucking tree.
There's a tree in military base for some reason.
In the middle of the fucking apartments, just growing there.
And actually, the tree just grew
in front of Todd. It grew in front of Todd just to knock him out.
Must be a villager in this map.
Fucking man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel like esports has killed games for me personally, you know?
Yeah, but like there's a competitive scene for Splatoon as much as there is for like Smash.
Yeah.
But like they had that tournament there and stuff. But like while I played ranked and I got to like A- or whatever out of the ranks, I felt that was pretty good for how much I hated the fucking Wii U gamepad. And that's another thing. I'm gonna be so happy I don't have to play with the goddamn Wii U gamepad, dude.
Oh yeah.
can you imagine playing a shooter with the Wii U gamepad with with your hands like a foot apart, and you got to use those joysticks? And then
played Wind Waker with the gamepad, and I love Wind Waker, and the gamepad's a piece of shit. I mean, I'm just saying. I know it's not a shooter.
I'm just saying.
That's the game I play with the gamepad. Is Wind Waker, and the game's great. Gamepad's shit.
HD.
Did I play it with the? Fuck no, I didn't play with it.
But no.
I want to give my fucking Switch some use. I like the console. I think it needs more to it, but I think Splatoon will be. Splatoon 1 lasted for. I remember seeing it being relevant for a while, so I feel like it'll do good for the console.
Big problems with Splatoon 1, connection issues. Fucking as with any shooter.
Yeah.
The map rotations being 4 hours. Oh, these two maps, the maps that are here for 4 hours. Guess I'm not playing Splatoon today. Random gears, like man, I would be so much better if I was like Joe Schmo over there with fucking 3 swim speed ups on his shirt, so he's actually running around like Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know. It's cool. It's a fun game, and there's things you see in there, like some of the specials that they added. You're like, they're not going for competitive. That looks ridiculous. Like that rainstorm thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fucking stingray that just goes through the walls. Like thinking about using that on tower control. Like, oh, there's the tower. like you can tell they're like going for competitive fun.
Yeah.
And not really balance. Like a lot of the things they seem to be doing remind me of like Smash with items on. So
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be a pretty solid shooter for everyone.
Hopefully,
it does have both like the potential of being fun for everyone else, like the casuals and shit like that. But at the same time, it will have like some sort of competitive scene because it was, being played.
Good connections. That's the only thing that like Global Test Fire seemed pretty solid despite being like the first little test. ARMS even seems pretty solid online. If they can maintain that connectivity, because nothing was more frustrating in Splatoon 1 than shooting and then being like, what's going on? And then your ink appears and then you die and then you see the guy turn the corner. It got bad, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Netcode got pretty rough at times. Well, hopefully, but the Global Test Fire was pretty good for the most part. So
Todd was sniping people with the charger.
Yeah.
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 Well, the netcode's pretty goddamn good for Mario Kart 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I don't feel any like rubber banding on like driving.
Not too hard, no.
That's the only thing I can think of like driving lag, the stuff you notice.
Well, red shells and shit too.
Yeah. I mean, there are some times where, or a lot of times in Mario Kart where we throw a shell and they get hit, but they still keep going somehow. That's how the netcode works.
Okay.
Yeah, that happens a lot in worldwide too.
Yeah, because it looks like they're like right there in your face, but actually they're like a little more up ahead. Actually, in reality, so that's why it's. I mean, but the driving, the actual driving and stuff like that is actually still smooth. So I'd rather like have that, for the most part.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited. It'll be a good thing to come back to after Evo.
Yeah.
Maybe we can swing by a mom and pop shop at Evo and be like, "Hey, I'll give you money if you got Splatoon 2 you got that Splatoon 2?
Get the fuck out of my store."
I just want some Splatoon 2.
Get the fuck out of my store, man.
Please, I got $100. $100 right here. $100 in my hand. I'll go put this on 17 on the roulette. I'm making 900. I'll be here in 2 seconds.
He was a good boy before he started gambling.
Hey, Ma, I'm gonna borrow your debit card. I'm gonna run the ATM. I'll pay you back. I'll win big. Don't worry, Ma. I got this.
What's going, boy? What's going with my car, boy?
Hey, Ma, I'm gonna borrow Dad's gun. I need to go to the store. I need to get some extra money. I'm gonna make a withdrawal.
Okay, but you're gonna get the stick later.
Okay, Ma.
The stick. The stick. Yo, that
You gotta
umbrella
get the
shotgun
Switch.
though.
Not the Nintendo Switch.
But anyways, I did want to talk about like some of the weapons in Splatoon.
Oh yeah, they revealed new weapons. Got
Yeah.
Umbrella shotgun.
Yo, dude, I always wanted a shotgun in Splatoon, and there you go.
Umbrella. The Luna Blaster was your shotgun. That was the closest thing.
Still,
Luna
but-
Blaster and it was a better shotgun because it only went like what 2 feet in front of you, but it dealt a lot of damage. A direct hit, pop, they're dead in one shot. But then it explodes outwards. So like, just 2 splashes usually killed somebody unless they were really far away.
At least the umbrella has like something more than just like the shotgun.
Yeah.
It has a
They seem to
shield.
be getting creative with the
Yeah.
weapons.
They got the shield and like it's pretty much like kind of like I hate to make it this comparison, but like Reinhardt with a shotgun and you can shoot it out, shoot out the umbrella.
Reminds me of Riot Shields from Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, that's that too.
Because where Reinhardt doesn't have a gun, right? With Riot Shield, you'd be like shield mode, shoot mode, shield mode, shoot mode.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but then you got that push, which is probably only comparable to
Symmetra maybe.
Yeah. I'm trying real hard to think of a thing to compare. Nah, dude, the only thing I can think of is Symmetra.
There's also some specials that are kind of cool, like the bubble. Like you can like pop
The
it.
baller.
There's the baller, and there's like the one with like the bubble wand. You can like make big ass bubbles, and there was a target that popped it.
I think I read online that thing though. Was it a special or was it a sub? It might be a sub.
Oh, the bubble.
Yeah, because like you got to fill up the bubbles with your ink first before they pop, just like
Right.
Maker. So like enemies can be like, nah.
Well, despite that, there is some sort of like bubble wand. They can make bubbles somehow, whether it's a special or not. There's also the ink armor that you can like give to your teammates, and they can survive one
Balanced bubbler.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
bubble.
one hit, but it can be any damage, and that's pretty much it. I think.
Absorb a hit.
Absorb one hit,
Yeah.
any hit.
Yeah.
What else was there?
The baller.
The baller. I feel like that could be the better splashdown in my opinion, because you can I don't know.
Baller reminds me of Balance Kraken.
It could be the balance Kraken. I don't know.
People are comparing. Here we go again. People are comparing it to a Junkrat tire.
Yeah, I guess.
People are comparing it to Dark Souls for some reason.
Oh yeah, because you can roll, motherfucker.
Well, people are comparing it to Dark Souls. You got this your ink meter on the back. You run out of ink.
That's stamina right there.
Yeah.
Pretty much Dark Souls. I mean,
When you die, you lose your special gauge, just like Dark Souls.
game looks fun, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely want to play it, and that's coming from somebody who didn't give a fuck about Splatoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll definitely squad up and fuck some shit up, whether it's the salmons or just people online.
I'll play online. Todd will probably play online. I think the last shooter I suggested to Todd that was fun was Titanfall. I think that was pretty good. Nail on the head.
Yeah. I didn't give a fuck. I thought Titanfall was a piece of shit, and then I played it and was like,
I think it took
good, man.
I thought it was 2 games. You're like, this game feels pretty good. The shooting feels really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember the night downloading that show. I was just like, oh god, dude, another fucking dumb shooter. And I fucking put it in. I remember us talking like this, just fucking low fucking enthusiasm. All right, give me an invite. We get it. I'm just like, feels pretty good.
Yeah, that's another fun shooter. But
Definitely super fun.
yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of shit. We were talking with Quiet the other day. It feels like I didn't play Splatoon 1, just to clarify again. But it feels like an actual full game. It's like PvE. There's fucking Nazi zombie shit.
Yeah.
There's fucking ranked. There's casual. That's a good addition to the Switch family, I think.
Yeah. And not to mention,
And if
like, yeah, all the little things that make it like really good, like being able to pick your abilities now,
Character. Has that Nintendo?
Customizing your character, like the hairstyle.
Is there character customization?
Oh, I mean, there's
Is it random?
No, you can get the gear, but it's like
you can get gear, but you can like pick out. You have more hairstyles to
bubble
work
blower
with.
is a special. You're right. I'm looking at it.
Oh, the bubble is a special.
Yeah. This fires a maximum of 3 bubbles that, when inked by your teammate's color, burst and attack the surrounding area. If inked by your opponent's color, they shrivel up.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, that kind of look like a special. But yeah, you can also like have some hairstyles to pick out. Hopefully they'll add more, maybe up in like updates and shit like that. And not to mention, they're gonna like add more shit to it, like over at least a year.
Over time, 2 years, I thought.
Yeah, because 2 years is with Splatfest for sure. So that means they'll definitely add at least something in those 2 years. So I think that's really good. They'll definitely like support it for at least for a pretty good amount of time. With like weapons and hopefully more gear, hopefully more customization options and stuff like that.
And they brought back the little drawing things.
Yeah. That was from Miiverse back in the Wii U days.
And I was wondering how they were gonna do it with no Miiverse.
Yeah.
But
now it's just in the game, so that's pretty cool. It's like it becomes like part of the graffiti in like your little hub, which is kind of.
It's
I
also
gotta recreate
placed on
that
the
chic
maps
shit.
and stuff.
Yeah.
The super masculine male chic.
Yeah.
Ripped ass body.
Playing Super Smash Brothers back in the day, and somebody had made, whoever you are, somebody had made a fucking Sheik, just like ripping off her shirt. Spoiler. And fucking, it was just pecs, just male pecs, just fucking ripped. It was one of the funniest things I'd seen on that.
I remember that was back when you'd stream, and I was laughing my ass off. Dude, some of these things in here are legit ridiculous. Hold up. Oh my god, I'm walking around the lobby on the demo, dude. Right, hold up.
You're actually in the.
Yeah, because I went to look up stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'll put it in Hypecast. You guys keep talking. We got this.
So hold on. Let me try to think of like other shit. Shoes. Oh yeah. There's also like little like option you can do with Krusty Sean, where you can like add the option to like earn more credits or experience within like a time limit, which is kind of cool. I think like it's a nice little touch.
It's like a little booster.
Yeah. You have to, like
the one thing that I question is like, they're squids. Why the fuck can't I use ink to dye my gear?
Because they're just kids, dude. They don't understand.
They don't know any better.
Fucking jumping off the walls and shit, throwing fucking Roombas down like hallways. The game looks fun.
I can't wait to see the art shit you put up on these walls.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna go ape shit.
Yeah, look at these things, dude.
Goddamn.
Holy shit! These people are crazy! If I didn't know better, I'd say they'd just have fucking stickers, but I know they don't got stickers anymore.
Oh man. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's like, it's kind of unrelated, but sort of at the same time. My friend's nephew pointed out something in Mario Kart with the Inklings. So in the Inklings, their weakness is water, but whenever you're like driving in fucking like a course like Dolphin Shaw, he's like, how come they don't die in the water? And he's like, oh well, I don't know. Yeah, he's a little nephew, so he's, I don't know. He's just pointing out.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Way to go, Nintendo. Nice job.
Don't worry. They'll let a fan create a theory, and then they'll say that was our plan all along.
They'll say, "Hey, here's the Splatoon Historia."
I'd buy that.
Yeah.
Historia.
You check out that one.
But yeah, of course, I can't really wait for the fucking campaign mode. I'm really interested.
I hope it's longer. That was a very neat shooter platformer. with some neat level designs and like very, very cool ending. The ending I actually remember dying on, but like the bosses weren't too hard and it wasn't too long, and that was probably the most disappointing thing about it. But I'm hoping that this one they actually put more time into it, because they seem to have corrected on a lot of other complaints from the first one. So
yeah, and not to mention the weapon for that story is the P90, pretty much.
Yeah.
Previously, it was like a M4, M16, or whichever one it was. It was a sniper, so I imagine this time around, this one's like a sub. Or
well, it depends on the mission. I think they had a Nintendo Minute that I watched with my two favorites playing some of the things. So they had
those guys.
Yeah, those
the dualies. They had that little P90 thing, and then they had the charger. And they're showing some of the platform. They showed like 3 levels. It looked really cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool that they actually like made a P90 in Splatoon. Yeah. I think.
What the hell is this?
Oh yeah, we not to mention not recently. There's all this like fan art for like Pearl and Marina.
Oh yeah, those two were revealed.
Yeah, how about that? Especially with Pearl, there's a lot of like particular hate going around with Pearl.
I don't hate her.
It might just be around our group.
She's ugly as fuck, but I don't hate her.
Look at this! What is this?
Looks like a goddamn goblin.
Pearl or that picture I just put in Hypecast?
That looks like some furry shit, dude.
It's like a bird. I don't know. It's like eating ice cream. Oh yeah, Team Ice Cream. Yeah, because it's Splatfest. It's Team Ice Cream versus Team Cake.
Oh, okay, I see it now.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was a furry eating, or like with whipped cream on his nose.
It's like a wolf furry type of thing.
Yeah.
And there's the black thing is a nose, and then there's a tongue like going around the ice cream.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good drawing, but it's just really random.
Oh, that's probably Zawardo, who actually did buy a Switch and just hasn't told us.
Yeah, that too.
Tiger Boys Unite.
Oh my god, that anime. That anime is ridiculous. It's not my cup of tea. But anyways, there's a couple things. Back on like to like Team Ice Cream, Team Cake. I think that was a pretty interesting choice. There's like a little like nice little banter between Pearl and Marina. At one point, Pearl is like, "It's just frozen milk," and Marina's like, "It's not just frozen milk." Yeah, it's cute little things like that. I think Marina and Pearl are pretty cool. They're pretty cool characters to kind of not necessarily replace Callie and Mari, but like they're like the next like idols for that game.
I saw a super sad comic that it was one of those ones that just go down like paneled and the panel below it. Yeah. And it showed like the concert, and then it showed fucking Marie watching them and smiling and moving along with their concert. And then it showed her look to her right and like showed Callie there. And then it did like the lens flare thing where it's like, oh, she's not really there. It's just kind of like a memory flashback. And then it showed like inky tears. And I was like, God damn, dude.
We gotta find out what happened.
Why do people do this? There's not that much in this. This is a Nintendo game. They don't put that kind of stuff in there.
New story for Splatoon 2 is like some fucking like in-depth shit. Reach and clear.
Yeah. Wait,
a nuke's gonna go off.
Like call it like COD 4 campaign levels of nuke.
Slow-mo. Right before you open a door.
Or it could be like Fallout 4 kind of that that kind of nuke. Gotta get into the shelter and shit like that and be the sole survivor.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anywho, I think we're all excited for Splatoon 2, especially after we come back from Evo. So
I found it.
We found what? Oh, the comic?
The sad comic.
Oh yeah. I saw that on Twitter, but
yeah. I was so sad. She's like, "Oh man, I remember being up there."
Yeah. Yeah.
It may have like some sort of like not cameo, but like some sort of feature or something.
Yeah.
But I definitely look forward to like the new shit that they'll put in after the game launches, like with all the updates and shit. I want to see like the new maps and like new weapons and shit.
So, like, though they're bringing back like a couple maps that seem like Murray Towers and Port Mackerel.
Oh, Port Mackerel, yeah.
They made changes on them that could make those maps more enjoyable, but
Yeah.
like some of the new maps they teased, like that boat one, looked pretty cool.
Yeah, the ship. Yeah, that was pretty sick. Skate park looks pretty cool.
Oh yeah, the skate park looks sick.
Yeah, and the concert looks pretty fun too.
They look cool. They look
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
I hope they do add more maps.
They
Because
will.
eventually they're gonna
That's
get
what they did
boring.
before.
yeah, and it's all free too. Like all the updates
Yeah.
that come with are free, so that's pretty good.
The only paid DLC is Amiibo.
Pretty much, and at least you get a figure out of that too. It's like physical and digital, which is pretty cool. But yeah, if anyone doesn't have any more thoughts about the Splatoon 2, I think that'll be pretty much it for today's podcast.
We could talk about fucking Overcrotch.
Oh right, yeah.
I don't know if anybody still cares, but Doomfisters announced.
Yeah, Doom.
I thought you were talking about Overcooked. I was like, what?
Game, dog.
Yeah, Doomfist. Yeah, Doomfist. That happened. I mean, did anyone get into the PTR at all?
No, I'm just away from the.
Oh, I forgot about the Squidward memes.
The Squidward memes.
Alright, yeah, oh yeah, Todd, get ready to see a lot of Squidward.
Yeah, that too.
It's fine.
That too.
That's not fine, SpongeBob.
Could you play a better?
Could you maybe play a clarinet better?
Yeah. But yeah. Doomfist is out on the PTR, not on the PS4 yet. I mean, I've been on hiatus with Overwatch as of late. I haven't really touched it ever since. I didn't even hardly play when those costumes came out with, like, you know, fucking what was his face? Sentai fucking
Genji
and all that stuff.
It wasn't really that impressive, I'll be honest with you. There wasn't too much.
Yeah.
They added new maps. It wasn't really like an event. It was kind of like
An update.
it felt more like like an update or something.
Yeah.
It's cool. I want to get back in Overwatch because I know a lot of people around me don't like it. I still really enjoy. I feel like Overwatch.
I like it. I just didn't have enough fun playing it as the last couple times I played. I was just getting hit by like the competitive meta, and it was just not fun.
That's something that people may be like, blah blah blah, but I feel like that is changing.
Yeah.
Rapidly. Like the 3 tank meta isn't really a thing too much anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to get back into Overwatch for sure. But yeah, it's all dependent on how things are going to work with him coming out and stuff. And I want to definitely try him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got announced, and he's not Terry Crews.
Reinstall it.
It is not Terry Crews. Not Terry Crews.
I might reinstall it.
Yeah, once he comes out on the PS4, I'll definitely give it a try because he seems really fun. He's he's got like fighting game stuff.
I bet you he'll perform better on console than he will on PC. Because he looks like he has to get in. And on console, I hate to say, y'all motherfuckers suck at aiming. It is so much easier to get in on console.
Yeah.
But on PC, you don't get.
Yeah, even with the configurations, like the Brook sniper and stuff like that, don't really help all that much.
Yeah, all y'all complain about that. That doesn't even work that well.
No, it doesn't.
I don't know.
It really doesn't.
I think people just needed some sort of scapegoat. Oh, I'm just losing because that guy's using a mouse and keyboard with a converter.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I actually did not read his skills. I just know he has like a punch. He has like a shotgun hand. And
yeah.
He's
got some cool. He's got some cool abilities. I definitely want to try out. got a rising uppercut and like
his ult looks. Can the enemy see where his ult's coming from? Can they see the telegraph?
Probably see his ass up in the air and fucking.
They probably see his shadow or something. I don't know.
Yeah, because if they can't, I'm like, he just drops down and people die from the clips I've seen. I'm like, oh, it's dumb.
Yeah, that's probably that PTR right now. People are gonna be bitching. Looks fun. I'm glad they're finally, or they have finally announced him.
Yeah, Doomfist.
It makes sense. He's not Terry Crews, but.
Yeah, I honestly don't really care if it was Terry Crews or not. I mean, this voice actor is just fine.
People established their own expectation of what they wanted him to be. So
yeah,
you know, I mean, it would have been really cool if it was Keith David voicing him, honestly, because he's one of my favorite voices.
Yeah, Keith David can play bad guy. He was Barbiter.
Yeah, he would be really cool, but. Anyways, Doomfist, pretty cool, fun. He looks fun to play. I definitely would like to get back into it for Doomfist and see how the overall game is still. So that'll determine whether I'm gonna continue to play Overwatch or not. But yeah, we'll have to see. That'll be pretty soon-ish. I feel. It'll probably be around after Evo, when Doomfist is fully out for all systems.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anything else that we should talk about before we wrap things up?
Nothing off the top of my head. I think the Zelda DLC came out.
Right. Yeah. None of us actually have tried it, right? I take it.
Nope.
Yeah.
Wait till when the last DLC is when I'll start fucking with everything.
Yeah, I think that'll be a pretty good time. And right now, because it's just items and shit like that, and what is it, master mode and all that stuff.
Yeah, there's a couple of things.
Just a couple of things.
A couple of little things.
Yeah, Battle of the Champions does look pretty interesting though for Zelda.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's for what is it, like holidays or some shit?
Yeah, my hope with that is that they go into a little bit more backstory on the champions and stuff like that, or some sort of like we've talked about in the past, like where they have like the next gen, defender. I don't know, something.
Yeah, the next gen champions doing, carry on the torch or whatever.
I feel like that would fix the game a little bit,
Yeah.
As far as story goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll definitely feed into the story a lot better if they can execute that well. So.
Yeah, but Splatoon comes out in fucking couple weeks and.
Yep.
That's fucking gonna be super fun. That's all everything I can think of.
Yeah, I know. That's pretty much like it for July, for like any exciting stuff. Myself and Ender Gamma will be at Evo, so that's coming up pretty soon. We'll try to do our best to try to get our hands on what was it, like the Kira fighting game, Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Fighter Z, whatever. Marvel Infinite.
Dissidia.
And also Dissidia. I don't know if I'm gonna play it, but Ender will definitely try to play it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hopefully come back with a lot of talk.
Yeah, if that line is super short, I'll definitely try to get in that too. And I'll probably be the shortest line, honestly, because like a lot of people will probably be focusing on
fighting games like
Marvel Infinite and fucking Dragon Ball and shit. And whatever the Kira fighting game is gonna be. So, but anyways, yeah, I think that'll be it for tonight's episode of the Hypecast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, as always. You can always check us out on social media stuff. That'll be in the description box below. And also, of course, this channel is always sponsored by Loot Crate. Just click on the link, type in the promo code HAWK525 and all that fun stuff, and you'll always save 10% on your next Loot Crate and all that fun stuff. You can do that for any Loot Crate, as always. So, but anywho, thank you guys so much. We'll let you guys go. We'll see you guys probably after Evo, and we'll probably talk about mostly Evo and whatever the hell happens. Hopefully we don't get shit faced.
Splatoon recap too.
Oh, now yeah, and we'll probably talk about Splatoon once it comes out too. So, but anyways, yep, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Later.